looks good. Well, this is JDH64 with the rest of Return to Dreamland. A bit early ahead of schedule. But yeah, let's not waste any time. Hey, Dark. Let me unmute myself and you. What's up?
Is this thing working?
Yep. Let me adjust my own balance on this side. Hopefully you're roughly the right volume. Alrighty.
I have to check.
I mean, I can hear you.
You sound very quiet on my end. I might have to just turn up my knob then.
Yeah, I don't know why. I hope I'm not sounding this quiet on the stream. It seemed like I was... I mean, I'm probably just objectively quiet, just because of the mic. It's probably fine.
Yeah, I'm listening to you on the Twitch stream. You sound just fine.
Yeah, I'm leaning in a bit. Chat, let me know if things sound... Like, if I start to slip back and, like, just gotta go into the background. No. Anyway, Nutty Noon.
Here we go. Man, I'm so looking forward to this. I was looking forward to this when you announced it. And I was like, dang, why? I just missed it too, and I just got done watching your second one actually, so.
Nice.
Nutty Noon. Very, very humorous that I tried to guess exactly the names of all these levels because it's been so long, and I was thinking, man, do I even remember the names of everything? And it turns out I did, except one. I completely did not guess Onion Ocean. I was like, wait, I know it's an O word, but what is it?
Yeah.
I
To be
think
fair,
I have
an ocean
next
full
one
of
correct.
onions would produce a lot of liquids, for sure. Anyway.
You know, let's jump in, dude. I can't wait to just gush over the music.
I think this is the only place in the game that you hear this tune outside of the first few stages. And then it's just gone for the rest of the game after this opening area, and instead we get this other tune.
Very calm one called Sky Waltz or whatever the other name for it is.
Yeah, and now we get like the best backgrounds in the game.
Peaceful.
Also lots of parasol, always a good thing.
It's a good thing that I don't ever plan to play through this game in any kind of fashion, like for content, because my commentary I think would just devolve into just humming these tunes.
Basically. Thus far you've been saved, because I can come up with some small talk to make most of the time. These guys get up, right? But yeah, this is one of my favorite tunes from the game, as is not an uncommon thing. Probably should have grabbed that whip. Like I partook.
Now you're just gonna end off with like 20 lives again.
Or
Maybe
33.
Yeah.
I particularly like the version of this on the Japanese soundtrack album. They had like kind of a medley of a bunch of Nutty Noon tunes. But yeah, we have the final new ability, Wing. Not new to this game, but new as in we haven't yet seen it. Short of a Howl Room in 1.4. But yeah, shuttle loops. So this is a very technical ability that I am not that proficient with, but just the few things that I do know how to do is, if you do like this down move in midair, you can immediately cancel it into a jump. I don't know if you can use that to climb as fast as you can in Superstar. It's not quite as fast, but it's still pretty impressive. But yeah, we got these feathers we can sort of shoot, and they count as like a cutting tool. We got this. I think you can do that without a dash. Nope, never mind. What was the other thing?
These feathers.
Oh, dash
These
plus
feathers
1 in
are
midair.
sharp.
Okay. Sorry, you go ahead.
Oh no, that's all I have to say. These feathers are sharp. A lot of these materials that you can use in this game, just copy abilities, just being sharp for the tools to just cut those ropes down.
The only thing about this whole canceling thing is that it's very easy to like break your dash momentum and then you have to land again. But yeah, like, I think that's most dash. Is there any difference between that and the other? I don't think so. They're the same move. That's basically everything. But yeah, just canceling things, and maybe I should have gotten that parasol. Getting to see Wing in action a little bit would be nice.
I'm cutting it kind of close, man.
I'd like to eventually grab this cake. I distinctly remember dying the first time I played this game by just sort of doing this, getting a little too careless with where I landed. Not gonna let a single one of these platforms stand. I feel like I've not been getting very many of these, spheres, but I guess... No, I don't think this one has a super ability section, so I guess it must just be a longer level than I remember.
You have to truly enjoy the Sky Waltz, man.
I mean, I will, for sure.
Interestingly enough, the soundtrack I tried to extend some odd years ago, and I found out that just there's not really like a clean rip of it, maybe?
I ripped the original BRSTM, it was a while ago on whatever that site's called, Smashboards. Not Smash. It's not Smashboards. What is the name of it? It's like a brawl mod
I know exactly
site.
what you're talking about. I can't remember the names though.
It's like something. Yeah, I cannot remember the name of this site for the life of me, but I ripped the entire soundtrack in its original form, and then you can always import it into VGM stream as such. The names of the tracks are all, like, obviously wrong, just because, like, there wasn't an official source for a lot of them, and, like, I wasn't sure which was official and which wasn't.
Yeah. Because when I try to listen to it, I could hear, like, a point at which a little pop in there, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, is this not going to be a clean one of this?
Yeah.
Ugh.
That's what Brawlbox is for. Get this dude.
Speaking of that website, though, where you could just input it into, like, your custom tracks for games, the only thing I did take from this game was actually the Super Ability tune. I replaced that during, like, the Brawl Minus days, and I just input it into the Final Destination stage.
Brawl Minus. I have, like, Fountain of Dreams over something, and I think I put the Sky Tower theme from this game over that. Maybe don't hit the other bomb, please, Kirby. Also, please. Well, that was totally unnecessary.
Oh.
That's cool. We get to listen to this music longer. It's now playing the Raisin Ruins 2 theme. Anyway.
Something that you also taught me from me watching your streams was that you just don't actually get KO'd until you have that sliver of health left.
Yep. You need to be
Never
down
knew
to
that.
1. Yeah, a thing that later games, I don't know whether it was Triple Deluxe or Robobot that introduced this, but every time you die, not only do enemies sometimes lose health, but you gain it. And it's like not always an integer amount either.
Huh.
So like, you start at like 40 HP, then you'll eventually end up at like 50 point something, like, I think it goes up to like 60 something.
My gosh.
There's little streamers in the background.
The way you've been going through this game, just make sure like, okay, I've missed an energy sphere, time to just KO myself. Yeah, it's exactly what I did during my first playthrough.
I mean, it's considerably faster than reloading the entire stage in most cases.
Yeah, except I think I know that I might have just forgotten some, like one energy sphere like every once in a while, and I was like, oh, I just didn't see it, so oops.
I definitely wasn't playing for 100% the first time I played this. Yeah. Here's the tune that everyone knows and loves, and I think it's been in virtually every Kirby game since its inception. It's one of the older ones in the game too, from what we can tell from like beta files and so forth.
I even really surprised myself with how many tunes I do remember, and it's like, wow, all these were stuck in my head at one point, at least once. I feel like all of them have been.
I love how long you can just sort of stay in place like that.
I'm just crazy good again. That's awesome.
One too many there.
Single-handedly my favorite ability to use for the true arena.
Maybe I'll try it whenever I get around to doing that, which probably won't be for a while at this point. I was thinking of using like Parasol or something that I'm like somewhat a fan of and like, or I'm a fan of and somewhat proficient with for the normal arena, and then Fighter, just because that's always been like my favorite for true arena. My favorite in these modern games, at least.
Yeah. And speaking of health, I was surprised that you just didn't go into like an already 100% file and then just go for the extra mode because of the extra content you can see in the story mode.
Yeah, I was kind of tempted to do that. Because I did have a... Well, the thing is, I didn't have a standard file completed already without having finished extra mode. At least not on this version of the game. Maybe on the actual disc. I don't know, but the disc would have separate. I'm trying to remember if I ever played, like, my disc of the game on the Wii U before the Wii U had it release on it. On, like, the shop.
Yeah, unfortunate.
And obviously I could record it on my Wii, but that would be seeing it in 4:3 and CRT quality, so I think this was definitely the better call.
I'd agree.
I do appreciate that it just prioritized grabbing the enemy there.
Oh yeah, it usually doesn't happen.
I wonder if that's an improvement in this game specifically, because I feel like in most other games...
Yeah, that ability star definitely would come in with your inhale.
And it would prioritize giving it back.
Yeah.
This area kind of reminds me of, which stage is it in Subspace? The one that has, like, the first original tune, like the planes or whatever? Like, these guys with the helmets remind me of the beetle things from that game.
Oh, yeah. I know, yeah. Then when you just break them, then they just kind of, I don't know, nudge you. And when you take any damage, it's just push you.
I think Moundo is one of the few mini-bosses to not come back after this game in some sort of spin-off or future game in the series.
I'm surprised at how much I've forgotten how many mini-bosses that I've seen from, like, Kirby Super Clash. Excuse me, wow, Super Kirby Clash that came from this game. King Dew, even the, what is the other knight? Ignite Edge? Not Ignite Edge, just whatever Edge is.
Now I'm Gigant Edge? Is that right?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
It's like, now I don't even know, man.
Point of the matter is, I'm just surprised at how many I've forgotten come from here. So cool.
Just these guys with the helmets even survive a giant rock to the head, though. They are quite sturdy.
Ooh, super ability section. I even forgot that you could just completely defeat the enemy and then just touch the star. And yep, it'll just count.
This is not efficient at all. Doubly inefficient, given that I accidentally hit D again, or 1 again, rather.
Good thing they're so lenient, giving you a lot of time to use the super ability.
They give you less time on the later ones.
Sure. But by then you should be proficient, relatively speaking.
I'm gonna say none of this is actually necessary at this point either. It's just
You
for
could
stars.
just skip all of the stars. I don't think you are desperate for lives.
We'll see.
I know the next level coming up might be a little tedious with some of the energy spheres, because you mentioned like one of them specifically, and I think I know what you're talking about.
By level you mean like egg engines?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like one that you have to kind of play through the entire level again, or the whole stage again, if you manage to miss it. One particular one I remember being obnoxious. We'll see whether I manage to nail it this time. We'll get to that when we get to that. For now, void area
I think
stuff.
what you referenced was a water one.
That one I remember being a little obnoxious, but no,
There's another one, egg engine, though.
Yeah.
No matter.
Good thing they're so lenient on the time there.
Yeah. When you're inhaled, you know, you can still get that block.
It's not just immediately gone. That would have definitely killed me in extra mode. I didn't think it would move fast enough there. I almost just tried to land directly on it. Yeah, maybe I should have showed off extra mode. I mean, I don't think I'll stream through the whole thing after the fact. It's similar enough that it's not really worth watching everything, and when I do show off the true arena, we'll see most of the new content.
Yeah.
But I'll show maybe like a stage or two off just to show the differences. Not what I meant to do. Thankfully, it's on the right side of the screen there. Misaligned.
At the very least, I remember the Sphere Doom was originating here, so.
In this game? Yeah, sure. They were a big thing.
It's a staple.
This background is like the most iconic background in the entire like game and perhaps series for me. The sunset, like, entire view of Popstar thing.
Quite the landscape, yes.
I do appreciate that the background here, like in this like overworld area, kind of changes color as you go up. I think. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's always kind of sunsetty. Yeah, it turns a little starrier up here. I mean, you can cheat and just sort of go to the top and see what it's gonna look like. Also, this music. Once again. That is Ando in pure piano form. Whoops. I'll get that one up, I suppose.
I want to really give myself the silence there just to enjoy remembering. Yeah, definitely never the one.
Jump, please.
I would agree, Philip J. Fry II. I've seen you in JDAC's Discord and previous streams.
I'm just gonna sneak around. Whoop. Needle is perhaps a little bit more beneficial here. Just being able to approach stuff from below. Okay, that does actually get rid of them. It looked like they just disappeared before they even hit me. It's like, what's
That's
the
collision data for you.
It's like, what's the point of these if they disappear before they even reach the platform? Poorly timing my jumps here. You gotta love levels in platformers where, like, their platforms placed just far enough apart that you can just sort of do minimal height jumps. Perhaps I should have... Get rid of this dang thing! Can't be that necessary. Yeah, stone would have been useful here.
Yeah, but it would have been made too easy. I mean, this is pretty easy enough, but you know.
Yeah. I kind of forget the headbutt attack is still a thing in this game because it doesn't have nearly as much oomph to it as it does in say 64.
The headbutt attack, like just hitting something from below.
Yeah. You just stun enemies like for a good long while in that game. Wasn't trying to do another dash attack. I like how I keep stunning those guys so they can't grab me. I like how that beam thing stayed around. Where did it even get up to? It must have hopped up some ledges. Well,
yeah, it looked like it got to the top left where the cloud was.
Don't think there's ever been a playthrough of this game where I didn't get hit by that guy.
Hey, at least with this game you can defeat them unlike canvas curves, right?
I don't know if I ever noticed that star there. It is kind of shining a little bit. Thought I could beat that guy. Wait, was I at minimum health there? Or did that thing actually kill me beforehand? Oh, that was just careless of me then.
That's okay. Maybe you weren't, I don't know. It seemed like you took a heck of a lot of damage just from one. It looked like you were at the sliver, but short-term memory.
Yeah, I hadn't been paying attention, so I wouldn't know. I do appreciate that we high jumped at the same time there. Okay, you have to be fairly fast there. Just drop down and then reuse it.
Alright, my short-term memory wasn't crap.
Oh, shoot, I should have gotten the mix. I'm gonna try reloading this.
Going for. Before you get hit right when you go over there.
Nice. Okay, get... The great thing about this game is it doesn't instantly kill your other power on the screen. So you still have a choice. This may be the first Kirby game where that was a thing, just because there's 4 players, it was kind of necessary. Because I'm pretty sure in any other game prior to this, even Superstar or Ultra, like your power would disappear if you got a new one.
Ooh. Careful.
enemies have more than 28 HP, or 24, however much the uppercut does. That energy sphere is nicely hidden. I definitely missed that at some point.
Excellent.
Do you only get the full heal from that if you are playing with multiple players? Apparently, I haven't been paying attention. I swear you get like a Maxim tomato from that sometimes.
I wouldn't be able to give you an answer.
I have definitely died multiple times in this initial section, just jumping straight into a pit.
Oh yeah.
See, for example,
Yeah.
that guy is just not lined up right. Whoop. There we go. And I think in this case, you probably do need this boot to get to future boots. Dang it! Hopefully that wasn't doing. No, you don't. You never do. Why do I always think you do? Surely, eventually, I will. I love the, like, kind of clacking sound when you jump on them.
Yeah. Powerful cleats versus spikes.
I do appreciate all the grapes here. A subtle nod, perhaps, to the origin of the music.
I want to say that this soundtrack might have been stuck in my head at one point. I just forgot the name of it and searched for at least half an hour trying to figure it out.
Fine, I don't need that anyway.
The completionist in you, man. Oh, I know this section. I think. Yep, I totally know it. This looks very familiar.
Wow, this guy's actually got some health. Skip it. Bonkers gives me enough ammo to work with. I could have killed if I'd done a dash.
Hey Kate, you can see JD Acer's skills in this game. You made mention in the last stream how there was one part where it wasn't really necessary as far as like the levels of the Grand Hammer until, well, you made mention of a future one, and this be it.
Yep, even that little post took more than one level to knock down. It may have been too late. Okay, no. It still counts even if he's midway on his way down already, apparently.
Pretty confident I had to replay this stage because I kind of screwed up like the one level that I wasn't supposed to.
All this health. Like, all this health and then a Maxim tomato for good measure.
Just in case you get hit in between your walk to, you know, food and the Maxim tomato. can't ever be too certain.
Imagine dying with the super ability. I think the only time that's ever happened is places where you can cut yourself into something falling on top of you.
The goofiness yet still holds the charm, as I said in a comment.
Yeah, let's not try that.
Ooh, nice save.
Yeah, underusing that dash, or using it in entirely the wrong time. This speed would not fly in the EX version, I'm pretty sure. Reaching everything at the wrong time. Apparently that was big enough to count as a double star by itself.
I'm surprised at that.
I don't even know which of these is better for fighting. Don't particularly care for either of them as a combat ability.
Definitely Spear, because something Smash Bros.
Whoop! That was almost close there. Skip it. Spark.
I still had the power of Kirby's Superstar Ultra in my head, so I kind of kept the guard in mind, but I don't think I used it as much as I could have in this game. It's not really like a lot of places that I needed to.
Expected that third one to do something.
Definitely find using the D-pad for a charging spark rather than shaking it.
I could have gotten a mix. Dang it. Mixes are fun, even if it's not practical to use just any power in a particular situation. You could always end up with Crash. Yeah, like, it might be as fast to waggle the Wiimote, but it's way more fun to just mash buttons.
My arms would get tired if I did just the Wii Remote shake.
I will definitely take this fighter, because I know what's coming up next.
The boss stage isn't next, is it? I thought you have one more.
Yep. I was gonna say, we're about due for something to unlock.
Ah, yes. And then the reference.
I appreciate that they give you all these random things. Do they even give you anything to start with in the other path? I don't
think so. I wouldn't be able to remember. It's always just the top one. Even Galbaros here. I forgot it came from this game. Good old annoyance in Super Kirby Clash once it gets to the later versions of it.
being able to save your powers is nice. Oh, but they just give you fighter again anyway, so it doesn't matter. That invincibility time is so long that every other hit is missing. That or this guy just has a really spherical hitbox. Because that one shouldn't have missed by iframes, I'm pretty sure. Hello, why am I not grabbing any of these things? Hitboxes aren't working in this room.
Hitboxes are great. What's up?
Hey Yoshi, what's up?
Not much.
I like how they're just like, hi, this is a boss. This is the first time you see him.
Yeah.
How have you all been?
Alright.
Enjoying the memories flowing back to me with this game.
Yeah, they pair up most of the mini-bosses by similar powers. So I'm pretty sure you can accomplish this with Beam or Spark.
You gonna try and do the good old go for 100%?
I'm gonna go for 93% because I'm not gonna have time to do the challenges today. And they do count as a percent apiece.
Oh wow, so there's 7 challenges.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Kibble Blade and Gigant Edge right here.
It's like, I'm just gonna take whatever the game gives me in this case.
It's like how there's that reference in also Super Kirby Clash, and they paired up for 1 or 2 maybe.
Ooh. That would have been okay spamming Final Cutter.
How did that 4 mini bosses from this game alone be? It's in Super Kirby Clash.
I think he died before I hit him, sadly. I'm surprised the first hit didn't kill it. Yeah, they did. Sorry, you go ahead.
I don't remember how I fared during the extra mode with that section, but I'm confident that I wasn't perfect.
Yeah, I don't remember how different the mini-boss attacks are in extra mode, because I know basically all the bosses have completely different patterns. We'll see when I jump into True Arena blind, I guess. Can't be that bad, it's a Kirby game. Hey Sebastian, what's up? Man, I'm not gonna be able to ascend ladders nearly as much. Man, I like that fighter as an option here, but we're definitely keeping hammer.
Oh wow, I just looked outside. It's actually raining for once in California.
It's been a while?
Yeah, it's been a while. I mean, it rained like last week. That was like the first rain since like, I don't know, December-ish or so.
This section made me laugh the first time. I was like, wait, hold up.
What do you have to do?
I like how it's... I kept missing my inputs on those dashes somehow.
Inputs are hard in games.
Man, that should have counted as a reflected projectile. I feel like they completely changed this move to give it only one hitbox in the, that. I think you go all the way to the ground. Like, I swear that dashing move is a single hit, or a single hitbox in the later games. Alright, this guy is just juking me every possible I don't think I've ever seen that attack hit. I didn't know that's what that did. There we go. Finally hit it once. Actually, got a couple of hits during his like transition phase. How did the second phase go that much faster than the first?
Because the main event is right here.
That was once again a failed dash attack. I swear, this never happens in the other games. Dang it. I seem to remember it, like, getting rid of your power. Maybe I'm thinking of Magamore.
I remember that too.
Dang it! I timed that slightly wrong. I was trying to hit him with my back. I was trying to hit him just looking away. Timed it correctly that time.
So many memories of that Super Nintendo Clash, but it's okay.
I'm very curious what that attack would do if he let it off. But he had plenty of time, man. Yeah, you can actually kill him with standard attacks at this point, and in fact, if you kill the final boss in that way, I don't know, maybe I'll show the video later, but you can glitch the final boss if you get into a cutscene while you kill him. Like, if you kill him with the super ability, it gives you the cutscene after that, and then at the same time kill him with the normal one. I will try to describe it better when that comes. Spoilers, we do this again. Because super abilities are a thing in this game.
Did it. White wafers, all done.
Well, we've got all of the big plot parts, so clearly the game is just done, right? You mean Nutty Noon. I mean, White Wafers is also done.
Did I say white wafers?
Yes.
I meant to say Nutty Noon.
Time to pack some snacks. This definitely doesn't look like a final boss zone or anything.
Oh, so you're very near the end of the game. I didn't realize that.
Ish.
This next one is going to be stage 6.
Yeah. By percentage, we're probably like 60% of the way done. It's not quite an entire second half of the game, but it's pretty close. I know we grossly underestimated how long this game was going to take when we first played it. I don't even know what time we started. It was like maybe 7 or 8 p.m. We were playing well after midnight, I think.
It's worth it though.
It is a fun game, for sure. I forget how many of us were rotating. Like, at one point we had at least 5 or 6 people. It's super easy to drop in and out.
You even mentioned the first stream how you like this depiction design of Dedede.
Yeah.
Pretty cute, I must say.
Before we step out and see what we've been brought to, let's go check out the last ability room here. And now we have all the normal abilities accessible whenever we want. Which is of, like, kind of minimal use, because you typically get handed whatever you need.
Yeah, but do you start off with whatever you need?
There's no equivalent to starting with a Starman, sadly.
Can't start with Starman? That sucks.
Me trying to guess what stage number 6 was even called, I was like, wait, it can't be Egg Engine, can it? It sounds right, but I was thinking to myself, that sounds stupid.
It sounds like a Sonic final boss zone. Egg Engine Zone.
Egg Engine.
Maybe
Speaking of Sonic, did you guys go catch the Sonic movie at all, or just kind of not interested?
it was pretty good.
I thought it was pretty good. It's not like amazing or anything. I thought it was pretty good.
I do appreciate that I just got boosted over that corner.
Eventually I'll see it, because I do have interest in seeing it, but I've only kept my gaze to people's reactions on Discord.
Was it good or bad reaction?
I mean, they're fair. It's not spectacular,
like-
because of course it's a movie.
Like, of course, I'm not gonna spoil it or anything, but like, really, it's not the most amazing movie in the world, but it's definitely like a fun movie. Like, it's, you know, it's funny, it's entertaining.
The
Stuff like
most
that.
fair opinion I think I read was Cappy's, who said, like, if you're a Sonic fan, I mean, yeah, you probably will enjoy the movie.
Never understood why Mike Kirby was spelled like the name Mike. That is not what I expected those blocks to do.
Oh.
So much for Mike. Yeah, they didn't actually break all that smoothly. I just got put in a pretty long stun. Yeah, just to demonstrate. These things are definitely used as hazards in this one room.
No, JDs, you didn't show us the description of Sleep, Kirby.
I'm pretty sure I did at some point.
Really?
Well, you might actually be able to survive that one with 3 rows of blocks under it. That one you'll just get hit before you have a chance to get out of it.
So JD Aster, I figured out that like, I don't know if I've said this before, but I think at one point I might have told you my internet's been sucking lately.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's because my my wireless extender is now a piece of crap. So I ordered a 50-foot Ethernet cable that goes down my hallway to my modem, and my internet's been.
Game, come on! You can't decide that I didn't make it and that I made it at the same time.
I've definitely lost a life or 2 on this section.
I have never lost a life that way, where it bounced me into it. I'm just trying to jump the gun, I guess. Because there are definitely some of these you cannot possibly do it unless you anticipate it. Or not, maybe I'm...
Dang.
But yeah, I know the feeling. I've got about 25 feet worth of Ethernet cabling kind of circling my room. Ah.
Yeah, you know, the thing is that, like, I kind of, now that I realized it, and I didn't realize it at first, I probably could have moved the modem into my room, because I don't think it's actually plugged into anything else, but I didn't know if it was. So I just was like, it's $10, I'll buy a 50-foot Ethernet cable.
I should have just gone through without the barrel. The cannon barrel.
Impossible.
I like how I just call it a barrel because DK.
I mean, it's kind of like it's kind of like Donkey Kong barrels. It's kind of funny that it bounces you back in, like when you don't make it.
Yeah, that doesn't normally happen. You saw it didn't happen virtually any other time.
Oh yeah. Well, no, I mean like it bounces you back into the cannon.
Oh yeah.
Like, I guess that's fair. If you don't make it, it's not gonna instantly kill you.
Also shouting out because I didn't say it yet. The soundtrack, another one that's easily was in my head, stuck in my head before.
I don't think I realized until, like, fairly-ish recently that this is the same tune as the cave level in the first stage. First world, rather.
First stage, first world, first level, which one? Choose. Jeez.
In the third thing that you play. I appreciate that they just reskinned so many just standard enemies that don't give you any powers. What? Oh. It's just a one-up, okay.
Those like 18 of them.
Why did I go for that? What was it gonna gain me?
One less life.
Now, see? Now we can get the one up. Unless we do
Really?
that.
Perfect. All of that was planned. Never
Wow.
mind.
Wow.
Respawn me in that robe.
You've lost 2 lives trying to get something that could be somewhat helpful, but not that helpful.
I wonder if we're coming up on a super ability section.
Nah, please.
Guess we're not done with ladders yet. Never understood these guys, like the Bronto Bird replacements in particular. They look like they have little mustaches. This level isn't nearly as showy as some of the past ones. Where's the giant bell? Pretty sure spitting that into the void is completely necessary in the extra mode. I did not even
I
see
wouldn't
that.
doubt it.
Sometime around now, they just stop giving you a choice of power. They just give you one and sleep.
Sounds very familiar in the Superstar Ultra chicanery.
Ninja makes quick work of aerial bosses. If only they'd added Ninja as a class to Super Kirby Clash. I'm surprised they didn't add anything. Like, it's just the same floor that it was in Robobot. I'm sure we'll get to see Ice Doomer's abilities at some point. Yeah, this is the stage that I recall having given me a lot of trouble on one of the spheres.
Oh, this one. Yeah. Pretty confident I've been squished like at least multiple times. Pretty confident Spark was the superior option here, but
Yeah. I was just curious what I'd get, because I will eventually need Spark if memory serves. I don't know how long I have to carry it. I probably don't have to carry it, and it'll probably just be given to me again. And it's not the worst ability, so I'll just go ahead and keep it.
and before I'm thinking of a different stage instead.
We even have kind of robotic-looking Mumbies enemies. They've really got replacements for virtually everything. Maybe I actually needed water for this. I did. Maybe this is part of what I remember about this stage being annoying. Thinking I needed
there was
things.
a chili there in the previous section.
Yeah, there was water too. Okay, so now we know not to bother saving any powers.
Dang, when you call in before what's actually the next stage.
I hope it's not. It might well be a different stage. I'll take it. I can even keep this for the water section. Invisibility frames. Take it. And now we're not underwater, so I can't just immediately lose it if I take a hit. I'm surprised they didn't just give you Parasol here. This seems like a good room for it. Oh, you know what? I might not actually be able to hit... And it's gone anyway. Alright, well, we'll do this the legit way. Just wanted to make use of my mix, man. And before there's like a hidden energy sphere in that first room. Picking good abilities for this stage. No, good enough at least. Oh, it does give you Parasol. I wasn't paying attention. I'm just gonna go for water because it's harder to make mistakes with it. Virtually everything produces water. Sigh.
I thought you were just gonna just dash over him.
I was trying to be showy, and I was trying to use the down aerial move, and I messed it up somehow. I swear, these spikes are in a different configuration every time I load the level. Why am I at, like, no health? I thought I just died. Am I misremembering? Whatever.
You okay, man?
Okay, for real this time, we're not gonna mess around. Yeah, the annoying thing about water is that little bounce back every time you hit something. Nope, what I got hit by there. About time there. Sheesh. We can proceed with the stage here. So how have you guys been recently? You know?
Okay. Alright. I got distracted at the correct time anyway.
Wait, was this the stage that you need the stone in? Gosh, does this just have all the annoying spheres in it? I think this is the stage.
This looks very familiar. You might be correct.
Well, there's one other one that's really obnoxious in the very last level. I'm just going to have to try to be more careful. Like how this guy tried to head me off in the past there. Yes, this was the stage. Boy, this just has all of the annoying ones. That water one could be missable.
I just, went into the lore Star Cutter and just got hammered and then just saved it. Because I just said, you know what, F this.
Yeah, one could always use a second controller to cheese this one as well. What with DDD being a thing. Yeah, otherwise, yeah, I mean, I guess you could do that with hammer as well. I love how they really want to tempt you to use Crash here.
One thing I didn't really make mention of was just how cool the hat looks in this game.
Oh, so much for that! It's cool. I'll just sort of weave my way through these enemies like I've been doing already. This would be an ideal place to use Crash if I had it. I almost thought I died there, even though I was at nearly the top of the screen. Here we finally see this guy in an actual level. Here's where you actually get the spark. Now, this is the one I distinctly remember having missed multiple times.
The movable, so yeah. Okay, so it was this stage. Dang! I can't believe it. It was the stage that just had the annoying ones.
Yeah, this just has all of the missable spheres, more or less. You have to, like, hit up and one considerably far in advance.
Yeah.
Is this key also missable somehow? I mean, it looks like there's plenty of opportunities to die in this room, at least. Really should have kept Spark in retrospect. I could actually do something with it passively. No, this one's considerably easier than the other three to not mess up.
Agreed.
Oh yeah, sword beams, those are a thing. That was certainly a stage. In
Could have been worse.
classic fashion there. Speaking of ridiculous challenge, we'll get to see Wing eventually. Yep.
Well, this high energy soundtrack was pretty cool.
I'll try to pay attention because I know there's something missable here. Like every conveyor section like this.
Nah. On the first part.
It's never in
This
the
part
first
though,
part.
maybe.
The current just disappears the second. Wow, none of those guys even died. Just plowed right into them. Man, I wanted the parasol, not beam. Very badly timed. Tried to dodge the hit. Which to choose?
The answer is neither.
The answer probably is neither. Let's be real. I don't know how Beam would have helped get that.
Use the beam blast.
Oh yeah, true. Might have been able to get through with neither, though.
I don't know what to say. That should not have worked, but okay.
I know, I was like wondering if it would just eventually just pull the floor out from under me and make me just drop like a rock. I was more curious than anything. Also, that room really reminds me of like that one room in Vanilla Dome 1 from Super Mario World. We've just got like the falling platform and the Starman and whatnot. The final beam puzzle.
That's not something that I really would miss.
All of the super abilities get used exactly 3 times. If memory serves.
Oh. I never encountered that.
No, it's further, because I remember it being at the bottom of the room. Oh yeah. How could you forget this as well?
This is memorable. Oh please, Kate, I wouldn't count these. That's just minute. Besides, I feel like you use just the sword much more often anyway because it's like the final one. It's iconic. It's on the box cover.
Yeah, I guess I also wasn't... I was talking about specific normal levels and not like the bosses, obviously.
Yeah.
I am choosing all of the wrong moves. I distinctly remember this being the hardest of these areas, especially in the X mode, where you actually have to be fast. That jump you do at the surface if you leave the water. Not terribly useful when there's a bunch of spikes. Cool, I'll go below.
Justin Gammer TV 06, I would agree. Lot to love about the final boss.
Oh wow, this one's directly over water. The center of the stage. This is what we call the Gower Plain layout. So much for that. Oh joy,
He's had the correct ability for a little while.
I feel like Hammer just isn't as good on aerial stuff in this game. Okay, fine. I didn't want those powers anyway.
Careful.
Why did that not do any damage? Minimum health, it's hard to tell.
Yeah, you are.
Maybe it isn't exactly 1 HP in this game. Okay, let's try not to lose Hammer so quickly this time. It definitely is a better fighting utensil than any of those others. I keep forgetting they shoot 3. They always shoot 1 or 3, never 2. Just jumped out of the water there. Water threw me off there. Second try is the charm.
Much more swimmingly than the previous one.
Maybe that's the key. Just to swim the whole time.
Okay.
Or just, you know, hit him with the up B like once. He just resists a ton of damage when he's doing that attack, I guess. Shouldn't even bother. that went well enough.
I was waiting for you to just spit one out at it, and I was like, okay.
Shouldn't have even bothered with the ice in that case. Clearly. Here we have the underwater stage. As if that wasn't enough. There. I swear I've run right into that guy multiple times just because you can barely see him. At least on a CRT.
The soundtrack that was the previous room.
Hello. Did I miss the... Okay, here we go. Yeah, kind of an iceberg remix. Boom. Boom. Hammer, don't mind if I do. This ledge minds if I do. I was gonna say, let me double check there wasn't anything important on the other path.
Good call.
I guess... Where are your iframes, Kirby? Why does Parasol get them, but not a hammer? Speaking of... Oh man, you're gonna make me choose? Nah, I'll go with Parasol. I swear like I always have. This game keeps trying to give me Spear. It's very okay game, but if you're gonna give me Parasol and Fighter to choose from, plus with Parasol you can do this. The world's slowest kill. I don't know how I got hit there.
Down, or at least turning up the volume to try to figure out what this soundtrack was. Guess I finally figured out which one wasn't stuck in my head at all. Because it's this one.
Ow. Wow, I am taking all of the wrong possible ways to go around, like moving without diagonal attack. Don't miss, Kirby. I'd hate to have to play this again.
Probably this soundtrack too, but you know what? I'm grossly underestimating how many were total were part of the original soundtrack anyway. Glad it took the stream to figure out which ones weren't the ones I remember fondly.
This is yet another remix of that cave theme.
And speaking of cave theme, man, disappointment. This stream hasn't featured just the cave theme. Man, that's the soundtrack for me to only devolve into. Wait, did you not go in that door?
Oh, shoot. Was that the wrong kind of door? I wasn't paying attention. Oh, great. Am I gonna have to play this again for that last one?
Hey man, just gotta know, lose all your health. Wait.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Damn.
I thought that looked like, I was like, well, that's clearly the exit of the room. It's definitely
No.
very clearly on screen. Oh gosh. Well, time to speedrun through that stage again. See? I'm just showing off the top path this time. Wow, I had no excuse to have missed that either.
Okay. Only because you can just relish on the fact that you're doing this the correct way instead of using a different Wii remote to just input another player.
How would that have helped?
Oh, it wouldn't have. I'm just saying, for the sake of what you would miss, or at least what you are missing, doesn't require just a second person. Nah, I saw your other stream where you use Meta Knight teleportation ability, or I guess functionality. I don't know if I would call it an ability.
Yeah, don't know
Oh well.
what I thought I was doing there. I think I prefer the bottom path. Kirby, please dash! You have to hold it down for dribble spears? Oh, yeah, you do. Gosh, you get ninja on the top path. I didn't even notice, because I've always gone the bottom path, because it's got the, has the energy sphere on it.
Yeah, but the bottom path has Fighter and Parasol.
I wonder how much damage that does. I'm gonna have to try that out. Whoops.
I don't actually remember ever seeing that. Oh, no wonder, because again, the top hat had ninja.
Wow, that does some fair damage too.
Sorry, Kibble Blade, but that happened.
Wait, I bet you I could have even hit that with ninja. Unless it disappears when it hits water. Yep. Don't even need the cutter ability for that. Probably should have taken the health in retrospect. It's fine. I definitely won't die in this section or anything like that.
You're hitting those glunks and whatever those barracuda enemies are called.
Hey man, their hitboxes is small. I like that I ran into him, so it avoided the whole, like, their usual attack.
That's a true speedrun strat.
Damage boost. I forget if you have to finish the stage or if you can just exit. Given that we're like a screen from the end, I'm not gonna bother risking it.
A wise decision.
My guess is it will save, but not gonna take any risks I don't have to.
I don't remember off the top of my head if this game follows the Donkey Kong Country formula or the New Super Mario Bros. Formula.
Yep, not sure. Yeah, DKC, that was weird playing DKC for the first time. After having been brought up on Mario games, like, wow, you can literally just quit and immediately just get the bonus. I mean, the first DKC doesn't even force you to beat the bonus. All you have to do is touch it, and then you can just immediately leave.
Yep.
Didn't mean to do that, but I guess we'll take it. Could have probably made it out. I was trying to break that, and I didn't get a jump in time.
I would have thought your just dashing would have been quicker, but hey.
No, this is definitely faster than dashing. Having fire would be considerably faster. Should have expected something like that to happen. Trying to rely on fire.
Well.
Either the dash input is a little bit finickier than I remember it being in this game, or this is a Wiimote. We won't try to skip it this time. And it's so easily doable, though.
You know, looking at you dashing and then inputting the attack button, I think that's actually called Beam Blast. I forget what the charge one is called. I just recall myself misspeaking.
Yeah, Beam Blast is that one. Cycle Beam. No, not Cycle Beam. Oh, just Wave Beam? Why is it a wave? It has nothing to do with a wave. It's a straight shot. Drop this in case there's any useful powers sitting around.
Oh, this part. This is the memorable portion of the game. Don't miss that energy sphere.
Yeah, these are all like perma-missable for sure. I mean, unless you notice you're not gonna be able to get it in time, and you can still crush yourself under the wall.
Yeah. This might be the stage where I had the answer of, do I have to complete the stage to keep the energy sphere, or can I just leave? Because I'm pretty confident I just got tired of having to restart. Or I just didn't feel like it. One of the two.
Maximum Tomato that I deftly dodged there.
Hey, you're already at maximum.
Don't need it. Oh boy. Probably supposed to have, like... This is like something out of Donkey Kong. Mario vs. Donkey Kong. You have 12 seconds to meet up with the key. A little shorter than 12, probably. Didn't even see that guy.
Blended right in. Yeah, that burgle was important. Why do I feel like I've never been in this section?
I mean, it is not a section that they meant for you to find, probably.
Just like in the first level, you showed that was it the second level in one of the stages?
No, it's the fourth stage in the first. Yeah, and this is all the new powers. But Leaf is already what I got, so I might as well just keep it. Be ready to react to drop it at a moment's notice if I see something better.
That might have also been a sphere I missed.
Good old Alejandro bouncy.
I think you mentioned in a previous stream, maybe it was the first or the second, you were wondering if the food, like different foods carry like different health reward.
Yeah.
I think in this game it's just the same for all.
Yeah, my guess is it's like 7 HP or something a piece out of your 40 max.
In case you weren't tired of all of these coming down before, now you got stacked.
Don't think I'm gonna get that one up.
It's not worth it.
Never mind. I'll just grab it on the way down. I'm surprised they was able to do that without taking damage.
Surprised you didn't get squished.
I may or may not have played this stage before. I was hoping it would just slam right on top of me. Oh, that was like a 3, or barely a 2. Very early. Hey Cloud, don't know when you showed up. I've barely been keeping up with the chat, unfortunately.
Showed up like about 2 minutes ago.
Can't see timestamps. Because I have my Discord window covering it.
Sweet. Boss stage of level 6.
Definitely more about keeping fighter for this than any of those. I guess ninja would have been cool.
Definitely ninja was like the most helpful for me fighting him.
We'll see how I do with... Whoop. Oh, this one's great because it shows how much damage you're doing, and it kind of makes up the last digit. Like, this is really just a flat 36 damage. It's like, it looks cooler if it's a 3-digit number. I totally thought that was a dash. The game had other ideas. I'm sure you can kill that thing if you have enough time. Actually got damage on him. Too early that time, or too late rather. you make it explode before it hits the ground. It doesn't cover the ground in fire. Easy enough, though. I guess this guy is meant to be sort of the Meta Knight of this game, because there is no Meta Knight.
I didn't really get the... I didn't get it.
Maybe not.
I get it more in extra mode, but that's extra mode.
I mean, he's in the Meta Knight position, second to last boss. I don't think we unlocked anything else besides the, Did not mean to, chat with this guy. Although I think if you talk to him long enough, he'll eventually start complaining and saying, like, get out and do the stuff, dang it.
Oh, yeah. I saw that video, and I never knew that existed.
Yeah, I don't think we unlocked anything but the wing challenge, so we can go ahead and zip right to the end.
Yo, dangerous dinner. Final level.
Boom, ba-da-da-dum. Isn't this that tune in Smash Ultimate? Even though it's like a 30-second loop. It was used
Yeah.
I think it was used for a spirit battle or something. I don't even remember what. I guess it would make sense if it were a Landia spirit, but I don't remember, honestly. I love this tune. I used it in my, like, ridiculously, over-the-top, description of, kind of like how Bowser's AI works in Paper Mario. I just want the leaf, dang it. I know I'm just gonna toss it away immediately. In favor of whatever happens to come next. Maybe I won't even get the opportunity to do that. Poor guy, man. Dangerous dinner? Is that the name of a Super Paper Mario recipe? It might be. I believe it, if not. Look how all of these fire pits are just exactly the right length for you to be able to dash over them with this ability. Dashing over these is probably a mistake. Man. I swear that Inferno, I remember that Inferno attack doing a lot more damage. Maybe it was in a Super Star that I'm thinking of. I like how they force you to do that with water there, or second player shenanigans.
I think it's pretty cool. You can use the water spout instead. Or that, I guess that works too.
Oh yeah, that's a thing. We'll save that for when we're tearing the whole thing down. There'd be something under there. Oh, the flame guy just went straight into the lava for no reason. I think they expected you to still have water here. Just a hunch. It was not invincible there, and I just got lucky.
That it does fly, can
Oh, that was poorly timed.
Aww.
At least it's a red door, so it's very readable. I could have definitely gone in that if I had approached in any other way. Too late. Playing around. Now you're in the invisible, or the invincible. Like, you can't cancel out of that move.
I appreciate that you've just, you know, been hitting him, not even trying to aim.
Last time I didn't take damage. It's like, I didn't put faith in my ability to come up with a move that could safely hit him while not, like, potentially letting him get off the edge. I'm surprised that didn't just immediately give me it, but whatever. I need those. What? I didn't realize that was so immediate. Sheesh.
Round 2.
Clearly, you're not supposed to go that way without this. I don't think even Wing could make it through that fast.
It's alright if you lose another life, you're just gonna gain a net gain anyway. Gain a net gain.
I thought that was still going up. I thought it would recede all the way off screen.
JDAC didn't make mention of this, he doesn't have to press anything after he inhales the enemy. It just automatically gives you the super ability once you inhale it.
Yeah.
You need to actually press down.
What? What even happened there? I don't remember this timing being this strict, for crying out loud. I probably don't even need to go there. I just want to see what you get. I mean, presumably for that, you just get stars or whatever. That is not worth the number of times I died to get there. Barely gives you anything. While the hammer one just gives you like a couple of extra lives with the stars for doing basically nothing.
See, look at that. Net gain of +0.
I gained 1 star. At least since 2 deaths ago.
I'm not entirely certain what you mean, K9 about Lee. Do you have any idea about that, JDS? Because from what I remember, people still kind of hold it with high regard.
It depends on the game, perhaps. I don't think I've ever heard anyone talk down on Super Mario Galaxy, like, at any point in time. Plenty of people are gonna dislike Skyward Sword, whether that's for, like, control reasons or otherwise. I haven't played it, so I cannot speak to that. And nobody ever liked the new Super Mario series. If they were only playing alone. And after the DS one, I hope.
I'll have you know that even playing alone, New Super Mario Bros. Is fine.
Yeah, I haven't played it in so long that I honestly can't speak toward how much I would enjoy it now. But I do seem to remember liking it, and I didn't always play it with friends at the time. See, like, you give me the option of, like, one of my least favorite powers for combat, and then nothing. Thanks. I'll take nothing. Nothing plus a star. What am I gonna get in return? See, Leaf? That's much better. I'll take Leaf. I keep forgetting that he's virtually invincible during that phase. I suppose I should at least show off the Whip Tornado. Maybe it does more damage than I remember.
He knows exactly what's going on. Mario Party 8. We don't talk about
gosh.
the last one, right?
Mario Party 8! Having just played it again for the first time in forever, and watching TRG play it at the same time, coincidentally, over Thanksgiving, it's like, man, this game is such a mixed bag. Some of those, like, level ideas are really cool. Some of the minigames are really fun, but then it's got Flip the Chimp. And it also requires you to use the, like, motion controls. Not motion, but, like, pointer controls for everything, when there's no reason it needs to do that.
You just want to show up the Wii, man.
Like, the Wiimote is the most perfectly melded to the hand controller they've ever made, provided that you don't make it do insane things. And look at Fortune Street. Why would you ever play that in anything other than vertical mode? It's just, like, effortless to hold a Wiimote vertically in your hand. Well, I could have gotten this within the same room. And in fact, just like I get really excited when I see three enemies on screen at once. Oh. Just gonna have to damage boost for that one. You guys just gotta push into each other for a bit.
I thought they just wanted you to use Crash.
They did. I just didn't have it.
It was presented to you a couple of times, though. Aww.
Like one of the few areas that actually requires you to use specifically ninja's powers. Accidentally clinging to the wall. Definitely a thing that, I remember this power for. It's like trying to play as, like, Lucario in a Brawl single-player modes. I like how they kind of show you in advance here that you can hang on a wall with ninja, as if you wouldn't have figured that out on accident by this point. Because you are kind of meant to do that here. I mean, you could say the same thing design-wise about, like, the Wii U era. There were plenty of games that had gamepad support kind of... I don't know, it kind of goes both ways. Plenty of games didn't make nearly as much use of the gamepad as they should have for things it was a good fit for. Like, basically anything you would have used a second screen for. But then you have Color Splash. Where the entire game is on the gamepad for no good reason. That was bad timing. Is this the stage that has that one key, or is it the next one? It must be the next one, because I'm already down to only 2 spheres. Yep, so much for that. Both the spark and the candle. Can't be required. Oh, well, I guess it gets you something. But it can't be necessary because... Can it? I'm not misremembering, am I? Oh, there's definitely a hammer section after this, so I don't know what that would have gotten me.
Extra life, probably.
Yeah. I like how I just turned down all of those powers there when I'm pretty sure I'll be fighting Bonkers pretty soon. I just kind of hope that I can keep this all the way to him.
Bonkers is not tough. The best ability clearly is just Kirby having something in his mouth.
Wasting precious time trying to descend a hammer. Oh, it's gonna run out.
Should have gone for the food.
When have they ever given me food when there was a hammer, like, ability? Clearly hammer takes more work than any other power to use. You have to shake the Wiimote twice. And sometimes less than twice. All this frickin' food. Ridiculous.
We didn't talk about that, Cloudy K9.
Alright, you win. Maybe I shouldn't
Dang.
be rushed that badly.
Dang.
Oh, it's clearly the level 7 hammer. I suppose I should know this, but which class do you, which class do you made in Clash?
Which main?
Yeah, like which role do you use? Or do you just sort of use them all?
I'm trying to go for 100%, so I have to use them all.
Well, yeah, but you don't have to use them all equally.
That's true. I think clearly Beam Mage is the most superior.
Sure, but plenty of people play the others.
Fair. I just know that I play the Hammer Lord the least.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I can't figure out Sword. Like, there are good Sword players out there, and God bless them, they do ridiculous damage. Like, they can out-damage Hammer if they play right, especially at high levels. But,
Yeah, I feel like I've gotten that ability down pat.
That was supposed to be shook twice, game. Game! And this is why Flip the Chip is the worst. It reads the return shake as a separate shake. Both of those were meant to be only shaken once.
The issue with Sword here, as I described it, is because the Sword here is charged. His charge attack is just, I mean, you have to be near the enemy in order to be able to at least damage it. At least for Beam Mage, you can be at a safe distance and probably still hit it, but if that enemy just decides to move, you're just screwed. At least with Hammer Lord, you can move.
I think
I'd say the same for
Sorry. Yeah. I think all of my best, like, times that I made for all of the time-based quests were, like, only me plus 2 swords and a hammer that were just, like, outputting ludicrous damage.
Yeah, that sounds about right, because, sorry, Dr. Healmore.
I mean, Doctor's got some cool BBS moves. Pharmacy or Jewel Box or whatever it's called is amazing, but it's nothing compared to Sword and Hammer. It's good for if you're doing something at a low level. I should really stop trying to damage
Careful,
boost
dude.
all these things. That's cool, they've given me
Yeah.
a billion healing items.
Yeah, dude, maybe. I've got my official spring break coming up. Though, then again, JD Acer says he's gonna be away, so I don't know.
I mean,
how
I'll
soon
have
that could
access
be.
to my Switch.
Okay.
I should hope, at least. I've played only once with someone, like, I know. That was with Lenny, and it was surprisingly, like, perfectly reasonably playable. We were playing, like, in a friend's room. I forget if you can even play online with non-friends and friends simultaneously.
Yeah.
I know
Just
you
have to
can
make sure you
local
get
friends.
into the room that you get invited to it.
I don't think that works that way. Actually, I don't think you can do it with local either. I think it is just randoms or all friends, locally or online.
If you just don't want to save your vigor.
I mean, everyone except one person saves a lot of vigor, and that only one person has to pay for it. If you do like the online friend room, but only one person gets the
Quest
missions as well. I like how this isn't a scrolling room. This is just like everything else is scrolling. It's just one screen wide. There was only one mission that I beat, like, of the time-based one. There was only one that I had to get help with someone, like, in real life. I didn't think... Clearly I wasn't thinking that through.
Damn.
I blame me trying to hold a conversation while playing this. And definitely not the fact that, like, I should have known that was gonna happen. I thought those hard blocks were gonna stop it, man. Anyway, yeah, I forget which one it was. Probably, it wasn't Pyramid. I think it was Venom Draco, the final
Dang.
one of those.
The
I
40
could
second
not,
one.
yeah, I couldn't beat it in 40 seconds because, like, even if everyone played perfectly, like, even if you had the right,
Yeah.
even if you had the right, like, set of people and everyone knew what to do and played it perfectly, it was still kind of RNG whether you could get it in 40 seconds or not, unless you would... I mean, I don't know, maybe if they had 2 beams and 2 hammer swords or whatever, all, like, powered up with the extra attack drinks or whatever. Maybe
Yeah.
you could do it more consistently, but it just seemed like if he wasn't able to be hit by beam stuff, like right at the start of the second phase, you just couldn't do it.
The last time I played with a couple of others from Bad Guy server, we did clear that heroic mission of 40-second Venom. It was pretty close both times.
Meanwhile, the final Tyranza one is very easy to just solo.
Yeah. Next up on the agenda will be Pirate, though, because F that guy.
Yeah, that one wasn't as hard. I think we just were able to just throw things at him. But that's another one where it's just like there's so much time you just can't avoid losing.
Yeah, but that's the one that I actually, caved in, and now I have a DX equipped.
You hadn't bought a DX yet?
I did not buy a DX for the longest time, and I still was able to complete a lot of the time-based heroic mission. Even the Venom Krakow 40-second one with the help of, the others who had DX equipment.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, once Venom Krakow goes into the background once, you've just totally lost your ability to do anything. Like, you've just gone from 45 seconds to like 3 minutes. He just never goes down again, basically. I'm sure this is all totally riveting conversation for those of you unfamiliar with the Kirby class / like these bosses. The takeaway is Triple Deluxe's bosses are horrible. I mean, they're kind of fun to fight once, but boy, do they spend so much time in the background. Yeah, I have SPDX weapons for all the classes at the max level, but I don't have their armor, aside from the beam one. Oh, we're already at the final stage. This is a shorter world, they're just longer levels. Kinda figured that was gonna happen. So much for Ninja. Trying to anticipate, man.
Just enough time, you don't have to do it.
I appreciate that I hit all 4 of those with one attack. Look at this background. Iframes. They're a great thing. This is why I love Fighter. Fighter is what I beat the Robobot True Arena with. I think it's what I did the Triple Deluxe one with mostly as well. I lost it and managed to pick up Spark in the final fight.
Whoa, whoa.
That is called improper use of iframes, by the way.
Yeah,
Diving directly into the center of a giant hazard. Wow. I thought I could pull out of that earlier. I keep forgetting which of these like dive bomb moves are and are not cancelable.
Also obligatory shouting out this soundtrack as well.
I see where they put a 1-up in that one now. That's very hard to hit accidentally. Proper use of Fighter, I could have gotten straight through so much of this. Come on! Come on. I just love that it's just insta-death if you hit that. You just bounce into the pit and can't act out of it. Leaf's gonna be that useful.
He is close to the end. There it is.
Bah. Beam is nice for carving a path, at least.
That singular arrow should not have taken your ability, but maybe that's just me.
Just want to see if there's anything in these bricks. Dang it, I don't think I've ever bothered to break them. Okay. See? We had to know. Look how forgiving these hitboxes are. Yeah, they're not that forgiving. Oh, I can't even break that. Dang it, I need a power now. I was trying to mix. Surprised that missed. I like how they make the little dink sound when you can't make sound of that. Beam back, nice. They make the little dink sound when you like do the little puff into these. As if, just to be sure, just in case you were thinking that might take it out. Imagine if I had iframes through this whole thing, just being able to, like, fighter dash through every single one of those. I think eventually, like, I was gonna say, like, healing items and so forth start appearing on this lower path, and, like, that was a waste of a Maxim tomato.
Nah, you didn't need it.
I wonder, like, how many of these platforms go through here before they repeat. You just get, like, random powers and such handed to you over and over. I'm curious, I'm gonna watch for the next few at least. Okay, maybe they just start being nothing at that point. You know, I'm gonna get this in case I need it. I probably don't. I don't distinctly remember needing anything here. I'd probably prefer to have, there's a one-up floating above there.
But less important, because you have that. Oh, clearly I'm anticipating something else. It's didn't appear on the screen.
Oh joy.
There we go.
The last boot puzzle. This has to be the one time you actually need the first loot. There we go. Finally. It's obnoxious that you can't quite just auto-hop up those ledges. After all this, we've still got the final energy sphere that can completely mess you up. I may try to keep this spark, because this would be a useful one to have for that. memory serves, the problem is not taking hits. The problem is that there's, like, one of those eel things or something in an inconvenient place that I always forget about. I am going to make sure I don't rush this. I don't know if I was even dashing there. Okay, there we go. No more having to replay levels.
Yeah. Excellent, dude.
Big engines, man. To respond to Cloud Canine saying something probably 15 minutes ago, yeah, I don't know why, like I said earlier, I don't know why they didn't add at least one more class to Kirby Clash when they put it on the Switch. Like, it's the same 4 that it always had. But I figured Sword didn't have any depth to it, so we'll just make it kill all the mini-bosses in one hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of the super abilities do 10,000 damage. Compared to the, like, strongest normal attacks doing, like, a high 2-digit number.
Just, you don't get this.
It's a shame. You could kill any boss in the game with 10,000 damage. Except, apparently, the actual bosses that you need this to kill.
Slipped my mind thinking about this game. Wow.
This is definitely the triple deluxeiest of these, this pure show.
Might get the fish, though.
Somehow I doubt it.
Nice RNG having Meta Knight's weapon do the big hit in the final area.
I mean, have you seen what Meta Knight's sword can do in Robobot? It only makes sense. It didn't need to do that. It could have easily just dashed through there. Why the heck did you keep trying to inhale? I stopped shaking forever ago. Look at that. Hitting water just breaks you out of the stun animation immediately. Not a ton of health, unfortunately.
You'll be fine.
Where am I? Carried all the way to the other side of the screen. Having them stand right in the range of Rainbow Rain at the start was nice.
See? No problem at all.
I forgot that we fought these and not the ice guy again. The purple guy didn't get enough love, huh? Man, he was in like one stage. Or one level. 2 stages. Before we're done, as is tradition. You only get 1 shot at it, too. Back up to 33 lives. We can just barely get better if we don't die too much to the final boss rush. Because there are still some opportunities to gain lives. Man, I kind of want to show off the challenge stages just because otherwise we won't be at 100%. But I also don't want to, like, rush through them, and I don't see myself being able to get good runs of them. So, I'm just gonna have to let them be for now, I think. I don't think you really get anything for having 100% specifically. At least not immediately. So we're just gonna leave it as is for now. Oh, man. As much as, like, I haven't used Wing at all in this playthrough, you gotta go with Ninja. I don't think I've gotten to use it against a boss yet. We'll see Wing
don't
again.
use it against this one.
What, Wing?
Landia.
Yeah. No, but it's like, it's ineffective against Wing. I love that totally spherical rock in the background. Like, why?
Oh yeah, what about that?
Is this Alcandran equivalent of Target? Hello. You were just out of range. Okay. Is this gonna be a recurring thing? Sure, the hitbox is forgiving when it benefits you. So much damage.
I'm surprised you haven't been grabbing the stars with Ninja.
Yeah. I suppose I could have been doing that. Boy, I am just very bad at quad shocking. I forget if the crown guy takes extra damage in this game. Because I know he does in a Kirby Clash.
I didn't know that.
No, that was just bad. That should have been done in about like 10 fewer attacks. Ninja is stupid powerful. But you saw how much damage it was doing in every hit.
It's alright though, because you kept alive.
Yeah, you guys are in this game too. Shoutouts to TRG. And their Russian Elmo voice or whatever it was.
It's been a while since I've seen that.
Boom, boom, bum, bum, ba. I love how the font changes. Bangalore just sounds like the secret 5th playable character, man.
Hey, it's Magolor, Mr. Cloudy K9. I see you using that other A. There are two O's. Gotta give respect to the person who clearly was a shady character to begin with. No one saw this coming.
TDD is just stunned. Just completely motionless that entire time. Here we have the traditional Kirby. Suddenly, it's a shmup ending.
Ah, and this soundtrack.
Shake for the full charge, but you don't have to do it very long. And then there's this, which I forget if that actually does damage, or if it's just a dodge. Man, it's so hard to go backwards. You should really get like score combos or something by hitting 6 of them at once.
Which DKC you referring to?
I'm not gonna get that one up. Oh, it's only when you're charging you move that slowly backwards.
Oh.
Oh, the corruption, yeah.
That was an interesting watch.
It really looked like that should reflect my shots. There we are, 33 lives.
Now throughout all of this, we can begin to ask the question, what about the Kirby lore?
The Kirby lore is coming up, man. That's the boss. Ugh.
God.
I like the slight perspective change here for this fight.
Yeah, thanks to you, Kirby, I get to change my Lore Star Cutter's color now.
Everyone's gonna straight, right? Yeah. Only they had color to distinguish between the ones that go straight and the ones that kind of curve at you in adventure. Tried to be fancy there. Dodge between the screens. Okay, that does do damage. It does pretty substantial damage, too. So yeah, this tune, I remember being a bit of a pain point for me when I was ripping the soundtrack, like from the files. I'm like, why are there like 5 different copies of the super ability theme?
Yeah.
And then I listened through them all. It's like, oh, that's why.
Always have to respect the variations.
And then there's a different variation of this exact same cutscene for the EX version. Alright, still got Ninja. Ooh. I mean, like, fighter's fun and all, but this guy's in the air, so I can't just spam Hadokens the whole time. I'm gonna stick with Ninja for now. As fun as Spark is. This is at least a little bit more active. Boy, hitboxes, I already regret everything. I like my shadow. It's kind of twirling circle of whatever. Apparently this just destroys all of his projectiles.
Good listen, because usually it's just Crown that we pay attention to. Or I guess CRO.
Thought I'd be able to hit those all, but apparently not. Still.
It's okay, that monster might just travel in the background, right?
If you keep your old ability around, like by just like kind of swallowing it, I can try to demonstrate here. Dang it! Ah, I missed. Like, you have to hit both buttons at once to pick up the abilities, if I'm not mistaken. So I just accidentally activated the ability instead. What? Flare beam is not the most efficient way of hitting this guy. Give me a power and sword. And I'm pretty sure it always gives you sword to end with.
Yeah, it's the iconic one, box art power.
Okay, you just have bit A. 2 rather. Turn around, Kirby, for crying out loud! So yeah, you can kill him with some big cutscene where you, like, use the ability on him and then you have to, like, shake the Wiimote to outpower him. And during that time, if you kill him with active frames for it from a second player's ability, it'll just, like, put you in this endless state where the boss keeps attacking you and no one can take damage. I have, like, a video from way back when on my channel that shows it off. I like how it gave me the low HP, so I should really just see what he's gonna give me here. Nothing really better than sword. I don't know what sword does for DPS in this game. I guess there's not much. Yeah, getting in that is a bad idea.
Undoubtedly.
I could probably nail him with that. Yeah, one hit you left. Up, and I accidentally used the up attack.
Dang.
Well, we'll end with at 32 lives and 32 stars. It all works out. I don't know, man. Should I go with Fighter or Spark? Spark's just the easy way out.
Well, good news is you don't have to go through the first phase.
Yep.
I don't think it doesn't really matter that much.
Oh, wait, but there's lore just here. Where's Mr. Duder's lore, man? Why does this guy get a special... I see how it is. Spawn freaking Gordos because I'm above him. Wow, that did, like, no damage, and I lost half my health.
Saw right through your ploy.
Oh, iframes. Such a nice thing. Oh, I think I hit before I even had a chance to react to it. That was meant to be an up one, but I couldn't do it fast enough. Health in a boss fight? I guess I just killed one of the enemies who shot at me. I couldn't remember whether I was supposed to not stay in there, or couldn't remember which part of that was safe. Of all the freaking,
Seems like you can take the brunt of that attack anyway, so all worked out.
We'll never know where all that energy went. You just shot it into some parallel dimension. He's probably fine. Definitely won't come back as some super ridiculous final boss in an alternate version of the story. He would if this were any other, like, modern game. But yep, that's Kirby's Return to Dreamland. That and a bunch of challenge stages, which are like the best thing about the game, and I'm probably not going to get to show them off for a while. And
Did it though?
Arenas, which are a thing. But yeah, if nothing else, this is still my favorite music in the series, and graphics and so forth are pretty nice.
D to D.
And yeah, the multiplayer. Also fun. Yeah, overall, I really love this game. Like, it's just like one of the most comfortable Kirby games in the series.
I remember one of the conversations we had, like, I don't know, maybe over a year ago, maybe 2 years ago now. I don't remember. And we were recommending like what would be good first time Kirby games for people who don't have any experience of the series, what they should first try.
I mean, my advice would be either Nightmare and Dreamland or this is what you should start with. Don't start with Superstar, that'll set your ambitions too high, or you'll get kind of lost because it's a bunch of disconnected little things.
Exactly. Nightmare and Dreamland's definitely a good one.
Like, if you want to start with something simple, do Nightmare and Dreamland. If you want to start with something polished but still ultimately simple, probably this. And then you can move on to Superstar or Robobot or whatever else you feel tickles your fancy. Again, that butterfly definitely doesn't have any story significance in the series. Just don't think about it.
Missed opportunity was not having Meta Knight's eye colors change.
Oh yeah, that was a thing in Triple Deluxe, wasn't it? Isn't that where they switched his eyes to a different color?
You're asking the wrong person because I was referencing the anime.
Oh.
I wish I had more experience with Triple Deluxe because that was one of the games that I had on my list to buy, and I never got to it.
Actually, no, I guess it would have to be Robobot because he wasn't in Triple Deluxe, I don't think. And now we have end credits music. Yeah, it's a nice game. I guess I don't really have much else to add other than what I've already said over the credits, so we can just listen, or we can chat about other things. You can share your first time experiences.
I think I already did, like, throughout this entire stream. I think that's all I had to say. Too bad John missed it. I remember him mentioning that probably no net play with Dark, and I'm like, well,
Yeah.
if I'd gotten a little bit more heads up, maybe I could have gotten a flight to New York.
I mean, netplay is a thing. I don't know if you'd want to fly to New York, like, at the moment anyway. Probably not the best idea.
We don't talk about that.
Poor Duder, man. What did he do? All these pictures are different in the extra mode, too. I was watching the credits from that. A nice little extra touch they added to the extra mode credits is that they added the little sprites kind of reminiscent of the Superstar credits. Next to the different roles, like level design support and whatnot. Kirby disguising himself as a 1-up.
Pretty confident those 1-ups don't ever look like ninjas, but hey, we won't question it, Kirby. You're still cute anyway.
That area looks rather cramped once you have 4 players crammed into it.
Huh. Yeah.
I suppose all these pictures were taken in engine. I forgot D2D even wore goggles. The Mario Club. Here's your first hint that the Howl Rooms are a thing. We're supposed to, I guess, determine from the background alone. Oh, I bet if I walk all the way to the end of this room and then back some distance, in this random stage, there's a door now. The 651 is at least visible.
Yeah.
And they do hint at its location, or at least its general location in the second credits. All these stars and whatnot, man. Boom. Ba-da-doo. Finally, we have the good old Return to Dreamland cadence. Boom, ba-ba-boom, ba-ba. Yeah, Sakurai hasn't really worked much with the series outside of, I guess he worked up through Adventure, and then he worked on Superstar and Air Ride and some portion of Amazing Mirror, but that's about it. He's not much for sequels. And here we have Menu 2 music. Yep. Well, we've totally finished the main mode at 93%. That's all the percent that there are in 100. I don't know. I guess I could show off the arena. I don't know. We'll save that for another time. All the
Definitely.
arena and the challenge stages. There's at least a couple streams more worth of stuff to get out of this. And barring that, I could always put this on the list of things to revisit in non-stream form, because I'm not convinced I can do True Arena. I probably can. It's not as hard as, like, Triple Deluxes, or, I assume Star Allies is. I've never even tried that one, honestly.
Gotta believe in yourself.
But the challenges, those are definitely not stream material if I'm going for Platinums. Those are difficult. I could probably go for golds.
Really have that pro, pro experience. I don't know how I wanted to finish that. But anyway.
But what I will do is show off a couple of levels in the extra mode, or at least the first level, just to show what's different. This cutscene is not, so we will skip it. First off, you can see right away, I have a shorter health bar, and it's green for some reason. That's the major difference. But there's some other cosmetic differences here. Like different sized enemies. stars that have holes in them.
Were those Waddle Dees that huge before?
Must be all this. Okay, here we have these stars with holes.
I'm talking about the spelling Cloud Canine. Is how Adventure had rain, Luigi Viv, and
Yeah.
Canisters had rainbow. JD Acer mentioned that.
Yeah, this spells out crowned, for those not keeping track. A subtle foreshadowing. If one thought to look for things in level names. You can see slight differences. We've already got these Franto-like Scarfies chasing us in the first level.
Christ, no, was that half of your health?
Yeah.
Not messing around in Ultra mode.
Again, I could have streamed this. Also, the 1-ups have crowns. That's clearly what the level was. Level names were foreshadowing. It all makes sense. I guess I'll go ahead and show off the Doomer fight, because he's probably got different abilities as well. There's one in particular that I remember. Surprised that hit that whole thing
Another
from there.
opportunity to catch the fish.
It's not happening, man. It's too rare. Just like we never saw any of the rare stone transformations that I'm pretty sure are in this game.
You got the muscular statue at least once, so that was good.
Yeah. It's always Galaxia. That's the one that always unlocks everything. The void is purple now. See, that's the biggest difference. It is faster, notably so.
It still has that slowdown when it's very close to you, at least.
Or more so with rubber bands, the second it goes off screen.
Well, that's...
Oh, it does slow down a bit. They got one eye and a horn. Not trying to do the dash, man.
The different names, Seer, Doomer, EX.
Got that kind of wavy pattern. Got a minor black hole here. I don't know if it does much when you you hit it. It just kind of pulls you towards it. Yeah, later one has the ability to like flip the screen upside down or something. But I don't think I think that's only the last of the Doomers that's able to do that. But that's the gist of the changes. The bosses also change color, sometimes appearance, and have different attack patterns, but we'll see that whenever I get around to showing the true arena. And the EX challenge stages are also completely different. Or at least, they're the same layout, they just have different enemy and star patterns and whatnot.
Can't show off everything in one stream, unless you're going for a long play, but nah, that's not it. Not this one.
Yeah, I will also show off one of the challenge stages, just so you get an idea of what they're about. You can see them later. Maybe I should do it on my other file, actually, so I don't taint this one's perfect 93%. The question is, how thorough was I when I finished this files? They're all bronze. Wing is bronze, that's not a surprise at all. Apparently this one's gold.
Yeah, remember all the cool things you can do with sword.
I already missed stuff, so that's great. Actually, I think I needed to do that, because I think there was some behind it as well. You get bonus points if you don't take any hits, if you kill all the enemies, and if you get all the medals.
Platinum, which I don't think I even recalled was a thing when I first, completed everything 200%. Every little bit counts, clearly.
Yep, you need to finish with a minute left on the timer. Remember, it's 30 seconds in most of them, but in this one it's a minute. So you really have to be efficient, like not this. I'm gonna assume I can get that medal again later. It really is just a minute, but I was really dang close to platinum on the first try.
Yeah?
I was probably pretty close. But not a platinum.
Like you said, yes.
Pro tips. Indulge.
Basically, don't forget you can do all of these things.
Yeah, this is what taught me originally about the whip tornado move. And yeah, you get better rewards the better you do. 10 stars for a bronze, 30 for a silver, a 1-up for a gold, and 3 1-ups for a platinum. In case you wanted to just get back to the main story after this, you also get to keep the power that you play. So that's your source of high jump before you have high jump available in the ability rooms. And that goes for most of these, actually. I think Wing's the only one that you get here before you get... Oh, never mind. Wing's the only one you get there before you get here. Maybe water, too. I don't remember. Yeah, probably water. Anyway, that's basically all I have to show this time. But we will see Return to Dreamland again whenever I have the chance. So until then, I'll see you guys next time.
Bye-bye.